But still, Spike is in possession of Equinox.
30 seconds left on the clock.
30 seconds left.
You do have Mina lurking around. Maka's going to flank around the flanker. Hopefully he will get it in time, because so far that was really going to be problematic if Mina found that angle into the courtyard. So far it's a quick trade to answer back for that frag onto Phoenix. Still not a lot of time left. They just got to hop in and hope that they find the picks. One more member remaining. The bow and arrows not going to cut it. Tex with the 3K. We highlighted him in the pregame. Important to note, Def is going to be lurking through the A site, and hopefully he'll get there in time as the bloodbath's about to ensue. It's important to note this is a 4-sup for Dig. You lose this round and you put yourself in a horrible position on your attacking half. Now things are starting to cook up. They're pushing forward, but Sam is in the corner. The rat cannot be found, and now it's finally going to be taken down by Pancakes. One more player remaining. Defy's going to see one, but he gives away his position. The smoke goes down. Now it's all down to Def. They see him. He gets tagged 47 HP. One more player remaining. It's Pancakes that'll take him down, bringing him the pain, and that 4-sub does not work out for Dig. Likely going to see 3 rounds in a row here for Nox. Into the courtyard, finds an early pick, and now Dig are down to 4 with a running back pushing to C.
Saw him the first one in. It's actually Supamen, though, to pick off Mina. Cute fat boy hiding inside the cyber cage. There is a jet right around the corner. It's a free kill as the flash comes through as well. Cute fat boy from distance with the SMG. Def's the only one that remains, and guess what? It's another 3-piece for our boy Tex playing as Reyna. Now the fear is, can this player get overwhelmed? They've got backup from Garage as the Cypher starts to change positions, but off that missed shot, now Dig is able to get site control. This means a spike plan in. Oh no, that is problematic. Supamen able to find 2 with an SMG, and all of a sudden things have turned around in their favor.
The Empress has been popped for Tex, though, and that's important to note. But Dig have backed away from the C site completely. They're a little bit too far away from what I would consider comfortable. There's 2 players still down the long side. Now as they're starting to push in, a Paranoia comes in from the Garage side, and Tex is holding that angle. But he gives it up. He lets the Phoenix hold it down. Here's going to be the Hunter Sphere trying to tag things out, but Tex is going up close, and he's going personal. They managed to take everybody out, but it's down to Makala. What started out phenomenal does not end up being enough for Dignitas.
Yes, the missed shot from the Sheriff, the missed shot from the Op starts to pull resources in. Now they're starting to adapt live. It's the mid-round play that I'm liking. This is actually huge. So this should pull players towards B, and then they get that kill from Dig, or from Odorous over on the A site. So even though they've got this ult, it kind of feels wasted. They didn't necessarily need to do it. Now that's a big shot coming out from Psalm onto Mina. That easily solidifies this A-side hold. Now, they actually managed to detain a player. It looks like it's going to be Reyna. That's Tex, who's back in spawn, moving slow, coming in on the flank. But obviously we'll have time to get the weapon back out. Again, it's retake time, but this time it's going to be a whole lot harder. It's a 3-on-5. Now, Tex is still coming in on the flank, and they're not prepared for it. They're not watching. So Tex will have a free kill onto the Omen, who's looking the other direction currently. And I like the way that Tex is playing this as well. Just has to be careful that this Omen doesn't turn around and try and run for the hills. And oh no, not like this. That's 1. That's 2 for Tex. Has Empress as well, and there's some orbs down for the dismiss and the heal. Taps the spike, starts to shoot towards short, has to pivot in so many directions, and ultimately, you just can't play that 360 game for too long. Dignitas finally get themselves on the board. Mina getting spotted by the Owl drone short, but it's Odorous picking one off with the operator, and suddenly things are starting to click in the early round, getting them those picks to try and pull Equinox out of position and kind of shuffle them around a bit. Again, there's still presence towards B, and that wide peek from Cute Fat Boy doesn't really work out. Should be around for Dig here as it's a 5-on-2. Make it a 5-on-1. Odorous now has found the 3K. Make it a 4K for the Jet of Dignitas. Kept their Killjoy back behind enemy lines to try and watch for it while they get themselves set up. They still have not fully committed to this now, and now it's starting to fall apart. That's Dixon hitting a shot onto Def. That was the lurk. Saw him drop after run it back. Gets them 1 kill, but just like that, they collapse onto the site, and things start to fall apart. Now, there is 11 seconds left. They have to try and get that spike secured. They're just going to eat it, and they do. So Maka dies, but the spike goes down. That was important, had to happen, but still, it comes down to 1. It's Psalm as Phoenix, alone on the site with a curveball in hand. Goes to the peak. Couldn't have timed it better, but Dixon with a quick trade peek coming out. Equinox They narrowly survive the round. Their Phoenix and their Reyna to get into a flank play based on their advanced position. We'll see if they decide to do that. So you can see the spam coming through. Cute Fat Boy pops off with 2 through the smoke. That shouldn't happen. This knives coming out from Odorous. That is so incredibly awkward as Mina goes for the 360 dodge. It's fallen down to a 4-on-2. Now just 1 as Cute Fat Boy pops off on the site, finds 3 kills on the round. Def will get gunned down by Dixon in the end. An incredible hold, but a bizarre set of circumstances that produces that round.
Before the switch.
Because they're more concerned about the op on site than what could be lurking and waiting for them on platform in that cubby. Now Maka is holding this line, and even still, Tex has got the read. What can you even do when a player is playing like that? Not much. Odorous in mid, able to spot out Pancakes inside the smoke. Tap the spike, but it's actually not going to be dedicated. And hold on, things have turned around pretty quickly here. Psalm has to go for the self-heal, and Cute Fat Boy reads that one well. Dixon as well in the end, chiming in with the op. So ultimately it got close, but close only matters in horseshoes and hand grenades, and it certainly doesn't matter here, and it's certainly not a word we're going to use to describe that first half. 10-2 in their first map against Time In, and they brought it back and ended up winning 13-11.
Oh, Tex. Oh, Tex. How did you get there? How did you manage to squeeze by Makalov, who's really doing a number, finds one, Tex just in the back line.
You've got the players from Equinox moving in now. Maka will get gunned down here as the reload comes in, but Odorous is there for a quick response. Pistols out, but it's not going to be enough. It will come down to 1, and ultimately Dignitas do survive, so the force-up does work out nicely for them.
B-site and eco rounds name a better combination here as they're all stuffed in here. Not even really using that omen play. They're just trying to get in, and Tex fights 1, Tex fights 2. The Sheriff is on duty. Now a couple more members start to fall. Def's gonna find 2 to translate, but now Tex, he's hungry. He wants more. He's got the 3K. Finally, Supamen deals with him, but it's all down to Psalm. He knows where they are. He's playing behind Gong, but he teleports out Psalm now, trying to catch up. A couple of those upgrades into the pocket of Nox members, and it's all down to Psalm.
Spike. Some of these upgrades are actually their own weapons brought in from the previous round. They've still got some utility as well, so there will be a tripwire in Psalm's way that he'll have to take out. Now the camera comes in as well, stuck inside of it. Masterfully set up, well played, all off the back of Tex's shooting. Map will win, we'll pick this map, you'll win, that whole thing. Equinox, they just run straight towards the seaside, go for an early peek. Supamen and Odorous were trying to play aggressive off that. Didn't really work out so well for them. They're just charging into the site. This one is pretty much over. It's a 2-on-5 as the spike goes down on C. Sure, they've got lockdown, but how can you even use that in this scenario? But still, quite difficult task.
1 enemy remaining.
Well, it was up to Def and Makalov to try to inch their way closer, but you called it. That round was as good as gone. Hold W is the strat there for Nox, and they hold W right down that long side and put themselves in a position up in the series.
All the site and the site's been lost. Well played from Equinox as they backed off and faked to rotate, and Dignitas fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Odorous blast packing in. He's going to need a little bit of support from Supamen. Still 3v3. And it's looking a little bit better for Dig, but it still now boils down to just Odorous.
Use the Boombot and the Owl drone as well as run it back. They're basically throwing everything at this. There's a nade coming in. There's a hot hands molly on the site as well. The player on long gets taken out. Now, run it back does expire, and now Maka's in a tough spot. Not much you can do. You peek one direction, you're going to take shots from long. You peek the other, you're going to take the pulse from Hunter's Fury. Mean is hiding inside that smoke, wants to time this one well. Does not have a curveball to throw out, so that allows a player to sneak into the cubby, but they try to get onto the site, and this is just a repeat of map number 1. This is very similar to what we saw on map 1. Odorous, the last player standing.
Oh, here we go.
Honestly, probably better off trying to save, but Pancake stunt comes through the portal after the flash comes through, and not much can be done for Odorous as well. Supamen coming up from long. Might just get this timing right on Raze, who's coming out through the smoke. They weren't prepared for that one at all. The shot just doesn't go where it needs to. And just like that, though, Odorous and Maka combine for kills. So we will see Dignitas get on the scoreboard much earlier than they did in their last series as well.
Split with Makalov actually rotating early off over towards that A site, but the spike's heading towards B.
There's some portal play as well coming in, and now you can hear run it back being popped in mid to try and get the Phoenix intel. Ultimately, that copy is taken out and he's sent back to his original position. Now, it looked like it was going to be a B play, but actually, it's a play towards A. And now you've got Tex, who's behind enemy lines. They know Phoenix is on the site somewhere. Tex is spotted out by Maka and Spawn. Psalm's still here, playing over towards U-Haul. The damage is being dealt, but that's the big problem for them. It's the old Hunter's Fury, preventing them from securing that spike plant. They're going to have to go back and try and grab it. It is a 2-on-2. A shot through the smoke, or through the box, excuse me, will be enough to deliver that fatal blow on the round. You kept seeing those shots come through, and you're wondering if one of them is going to connect, and ultimately it does. I love the setup currently. I always love early portal play, where you play like that trap setup, just waiting for them to make a move. We'll see if that's actually going to end up being a thing here. Supamen does have the ult! Oh no! Supamen gets caught scrolling for a location on the map. Seeing that from the third-person perspective actually made that way more enjoyable as they pop through the portal and you could just watch him disappear. Now the nades on site going to be a problem for dapr, who's trying to get out of dodge, can't quite escape it. Equinox may have tossed a few rounds to dig, but ultimately no! Oh. Look at that double shock dart kill coming in from Maka. That is huge! That starts to turn things back around for them. Now the rocket does come through and Maka finds a 3K on the round. It's a post-mortem rocket kill coming in from Tex. Odorous on the site, last player standing. It's a 1-on-2, and they know that one of these players is near that spike. Odorous is just trying to sniff out the spots. Will he get the timing right? No. Well, in Dixon's hands, Mina's trying to slow them down with the curveballs into U-Haul. As Dignitas starts to collapse onto the site. First kill will go their direction, as does the second. It's a follow-up from Makalov. Supamen there with the first with the SMG. The spike's been tapped, but they don't even have the time. Even if they stuck it at that point, it would have been so incredibly close. So the round will go the direction of Equinox, and both players from Equinox survive, whereas Maka, who was the only one left standing, gets taken out by the spike. 6-2. Equinox is up over Dignitas, so that allows Dixon to focus towards spawn. It's all about timing for Pancake here. And he should have this one free and clear. He does. So Def goes down. Coming through the portal is Pancakes waiting on site. Oh my goodness, Maka! Don't call him a boomer. My man delivers with a crazy shot out of the Sheriff. Now they're going to drop a smoke right on top of the spike to try and guarantee the ability to defuse that. And you can see Pancakes feverishly looking for a lineup onto that target. Not going to quite get it. Maka even is going to get another one on the round. Impressive Sheriff work from Dig is what makes that round possible. It's what allows them to spend more resources over on B. Odorous also has a free kill coming on the cute fat boy. That eliminates the potential for a float back towards the A site, because now they have to concern themselves with where Odorous is playing. In the meantime, too, Def pushed up on long with an op, peeks down that corridor towards mid. And now you've got a 3-on-5, just like that. Odorous still in position, proving to be a problem for them over here on the A site. Comes up a little bit short in the duel against Mina. That does allow them ultimately to get control of the site. The question is whether or not they can actually do anything with it. Now, Tex going to go ahead and secure that spike. But with just 8 HP, basically all of the pressure is on the Phoenix, Mina.
Last player standing.
Now it really is all up to him. He's down to 12. Makalov will find the shot, and Dignitas keeping this close.
I don't know if that's the swap to raise or if it's just the way that Dignitas is playing.
Oh my
that
goodness.
Is dirty.
That is disgusting. Now we're still seeing a little bit of a push from the run it back. Mina's gonna find one, almost finds the second, but Psalm's there through the portal. So far, it's just great play from Dignitas. They'll tie up the half 6-6. So now it's just down to Supamen, who'll fly straight through the portal. Will he end up on that A site? Might just be slow moving.
30 seconds left.
Make Nox play the guesswork, and he is gonna wrap back around to B. He hears somebody there, so he knows at least one member towards that center side. Tripwire is gonna spot him out potentially, but he shoots it down, and now that gives away his position. 14 seconds left. He's gonna have to play this carefully.
10 seconds left.
I mean, the thing is, they had that tripwire and they had that camera. That's why they were playing so passive. They're basically saying, hey, it's fine. Let him take it. Let him take site. Give him that site control, and we'll just come in on the retake. Way better than putting one player there and giving him a 1v2 potential. So, as he comes through, it's a quick and easy kill for Dixon in the end. Equinox pick up the pistol round. Equinox starting things off strong here. And I love the look. Getting aggressive here on defense, just paranoid and paranoia-ing, that's a word, right? Their way out of hookah. And Maka again with that Sheriff doing great damage. Maka is just scary good with the Sheriff. As they try and make their way onto this A site, they're going to have to contend with a couple of players here. There's one Heaven and there's one in U-Haul as well. Now, Mina is popping off from inside U-Haul. It's a bit of a wide swing for Cute Fat Boy, given that Odorous was on the site. Tex doing what Tex does best, just lines him up. That's a 1-2-3 for Tex. Tex with some great shots yet again onto Odorous. Just Tex things. Def.
Ooh.
He said, I know that Maka, you've been talking about his Sheriff work, but I've got some great shots too coming from my Sheriff. Can't quite get things turned around in time to take care of Omen, who was TPing on the site. And Tex was there with the backup as well. Now there's Som chiming in with a couple of quick shots out of the Sheriff as well. Dignitas is not out of this one. The self-heal coming in as well, but Mina's here on the flank, and the timing just doesn't work out. Would have potentially been able to catch the Phoenix in that position. Now if Mina can get into U-Haul, they'll be able to catch the returning Phoenix as the ult expires. That's going to be a big one for Mina. Here comes the curveball as well around the corner. Not much Mina, but Som blind still finds 4 on the round. Som pops off after a disappointing and lackluster first half for Som on the scoreboard. That is a huge round. But they're so slow on the push that actually allows Tex to get back into position. So Tex is rotated back around. There's the ult coming out as well. As we've got dueling ults coming through, the rockets on both sides. It's the shots through, the Hunter's Fury as well. Supamen trying to balance out the scales in their favor. Makalov chiming in as well with his own Hunter's Fury, but the spike carrier has been dropped. And that spike is down currently inside hookah. Now no one gets detained by that ult. But because of where the spike is, Equinox is in position and ready to try and take advantage of it so quickly. Now Maka does get the blind kill, but it won't matter in the end. The clock was the problem. The spike being down was a massive issue. Lands under Som's feet. It's a great throw from Tex. Dixon side by side with Mina as they try to make their way through. The recon dart gets taken down. Mina gets a nice spin back, but it's down to Mina, and Mina alone. Great shooting from Mina. The spike is down and it's starting to tick away. The problem is that there is not enough time, regardless of what happens. Maka is there, and things will go the direction of Dignitas. Back and forth volley. They continue to fight for control.
4 members to be short. 1 through the showers. We'll see, of course, now as the hit is about to come through for Dig, how they manage to work their way through.
Last player
Equinox. This is scary. Dignitas not able to handle what was coming in from Equinox. Again, we talked about it. This buy wasn't going to be stellar, but they managed to make it work. It's a game of inches. They were so close to that finish line, and now they've reached it. They're standing right in front of that finish line. All they have to do is slide 1 foot forward.
And hookah, as Mina's playing close. Gonna try to avoid the owl drone here. Tech's gonna find that early pick. Gonna find another one as he just holds down the spray, finds 2 in hookah, and the members down long have to retreat. The paint shells, the blaze wall, everything goes sour, but they're just gonna play ring around the rosy, push in back through hookah where they already lost 2 members. And Texas is going to have once again a field day. Sees 1, spots 1, that's the headshot, can't convert onto the 4th, but already all is lost as it's down to depth. They know where he is, 6 HP in a dream. And of course that dream is just a nightmare as Dignitas will be eliminated from the Nerd Street Gamers and Complexity Valorant Invitational.